something very important is going to change in Legends Battlegrounds, and here's why. But before we start, so what's happening exactly? Last time we discussed the latest sneak peeks and announcement we had about the Legends Battlegrounds update. That is going to drop, where the most important detail was this poll right here, where players got to decide between two choices, which I'm just gonna recap briefly. We either get to have the update early but with slightly less features, or we could wait longer and get the full update as it was intended. And as you can see, the majority of players is choosing option 1, and for very good reasons. But that's not what we're gonna talk about today. But if you missed it, make sure to check out the last video where we went into every detail, because today we actually have a lot of new information about this crazy update that is going to drop. Now, as we all know, when the game will finally update, we won't just get free Shinji, but we'll also get a completely new early access character, which is called the Virus Overlord. Now, this character in particular is inspired by the Dark Lord by Alan Becker, and as a legendary Stickman character, of course, we couldn't miss it to being added to Legends Battlegrounds. And until a few days ago, the infos we had for this character were very limited. But just 2 days ago, the owner of the game actually shared with us not one, but 2 sneak peeks about the Virus Overlord moveset. So let's see what we can get from them. In this first image, we see our character equipped with the Dark Lord's weapon, which I'm not very expert about. But they look very similar to the energy sword from Halo, but that's just a detail. The main thing we can notice are these black and red virus-like effects that form this kind of circle, making me think that this is part of some area attack. We can also notice these virus-like cubes around it, which make this move look even better. Now with the second image, we can see our character again, but this time it has some sort of after images around it, making me think that this could be part of a move where the character throws some attacks at a crazy speed, which makes even more sense when we notice these slash-like effects in many different directions. But I still might be wrong, so make sure to tell me your opinions in the comments. But we're still not done yet. In fact, we also know that this new update will also feature some improvement to combat in general to make it smoother, by, for example, making hitboxes more consistent. Well, not much time ago, we actually got a new poll, which focuses on a very important combat mechanic we all know, which is evasive, because as we know, evasives are a very important mechanic in Battlegrounds games, since in most cases, they represent our only way to survive a full combo. And without it, the game would basically just become a combo simulator where the first player to initiate a combo basically just wins. So let's see what they got for us. Some testers suggested changing the way evasive works, so I'm polling this to get your opinions. And as first choice, we get to keep the evasive as it is and unchanged with the classic 30 seconds cooldown. It's a pretty basic evasive system, but still very important. Now, as second option, we get to make the evasive completely based off how much damage you take, meaning that we won't be able to use evasive unless we get damaged enough. This would probably force passive players to play more aggressively, as they won't be able to run around waiting for their evasive anymore, and probably making fights quicker. Then we have our last option, which is a mix of both option 1 and 2. So the evasive will have a base cooldown of 60 seconds, but will also decrease based on the number of damage you take, which is the option the owner of the game was actually planning to implement. And as we see, the community is mostly agreeing. So option 3 will very probably be the one we'll get. So while we wait for this update, here's some new fresh gameplay.
Huh?